Every business wants to know, what's the secret sauce to success? How can I harness the power of digital marketing to build my business? Well, it all starts with building a brand. So what is a brand and what is branding? First, let's clarify what a brand isn't. It's not just a logo or typography. It's not even the impressions a company makes on people, as some advertisers like to say. As David Breyer, author of Brand Intervention, says, if you don't give the market the story to talk about, they'll define your brand story for you. How you execute your branding will define your business. Let people in and tell your story. While a brand is what people think of your business, branding is the set of actions you take to cultivate that perception. Putting it simply, a brand is a noun while branding is a verb. You have to do it right if you want to get anywhere with your digital strategy. As a full-service digital marketing agency, Hureka Technologies follows a 20-step strategy for achieving success with digital marketing. The very first step is to define the brand. This series will contain 3 separate videos covering the what, why, and how of branding. Now we will cover how to define your brand. When you define your brand, you gain a tactical advantage in how and where you can advertise your business effectively. So how do you build your brand for digital marketing success? Let's look at 3 key strategies. First, distinguish the who. Figuring out who you are trying to reach is half the battle. If you can describe your ideal customer and find a group that meets that description, you can cater your messaging and digital marketing strategies to those individuals. Instead of shooting in the dark and hoping you hit something, you can pinpoint their location, livelihood, and values. Most importantly, you will know whose problem you are solving, and you can create solutions to their problems as you get to know your customer. You can distinguish who your audience is by using customer segments. How you build a brand depends on who you are building your brand for. It is important to distinguish who your customer is and what kinds of people your audience is made of. Customer segments are potential customers who are grouped together based on their range of age, gender, or interests. You will define who these groups are and target them in your funnels and ad audiences. By defining at least 2 to 3 customer segments, you will be able to build a brand that resonates with those communities. A really good tool for determining who your messaging should be directed towards when branding your business is the customer persona. A customer persona represents your dream customer. You can create these consumer profiles based on real data and some educated guesses about demographics, behaviors, activity trends, motives, and priorities. Customer personas are not supposed to be about actual individuals. They are not heavily influenced by ever-changing technology, and customer personas are not the same thing as a target market because personas are fictional and illustrate one figurative person instead of a group of real potential customers your business would like to target. They do more than describe a person with an ideal occupation in your target market. Customer personas are tools to illustrate common behaviors your dream customer would experience. Your customer persona has goals and ambitions. You can visualize prevalent problems your dream customer has to face to accomplish her goals. Customer personas allow you to put a face and name to an ideal demographic and biographic within your target market. Your complete digital branding strategy is tied to your customer persona. We will cover customer personas in depth later, but for now let's practice creating a persona for your customer. I'll do it along with you by creating a customer persona for our project, Palatable. Start by giving your customer persona a name. We're going to call ours Jane Taylor. She's about 21, give or take 5 years, and a day in her life looks like a traditional college student that works a part-time job and watches Netflix in her free time. She is used to using Uber and other service-based apps daily in her life, and she doesn't have a lot of free time. And she loves to spend time with her friends on the weekends, do yoga, and go for walks. Financially, she benefits from her parents' financial support, but chooses to keep a part-time job to build a savings account of her own. She also can't help but spend her money on weekend outings with friends. Jane uses Instagram to connect with her friends and post selfies. She also has a Facebook to stay in touch with her family. She got an Alexa device for Christmas and uses it daily for music and quick searches. She stays up to date with current trends with Instagram, and she takes advice from her colleagues at work. She lets her friends choose which restaurants or bars they go to. Jane really wants to live a more adventurous and organized life. This year, she decided she would eat healthier and try new things. She's using apps on her phone to help her take steps to do so. Jane's pain point is her inability to decide what new foods to try that are also healthy. With so many options, how will she find foods that match her palate? Jane discovered Palatable can provide healthy food choices tailored to her unique food taste, and she's on her way to being healthy and happy. Now we will discuss how to develop a brand voice and story. After you know who you are trying to reach, you can begin to build a branding strategy. You build a branding strategy by determining the voice of your brand and identifying the key components that makes your brand unique. Convey the tone of your brand voice by being conscious of how you deliver your message. You have the choice to be comedic, somber, empowering, friendly, professional, or wacky. Choose the tone of your brand's voice based on what will resonate with the community you are trying to reach. Use the brand voice to tell your story. Your story is what makes you unique. Define your struggles and how you overcame them to get to where you are today. By revealing your own challenges, you will make your business more relatable, which will make you stand out from the competition. Next, you can brand your business using logo and color. The logo and colors of your brand illustrates the values of your business. Select visual components representing your values and form cues for people to think of your brand when they see those symbols. Using these tips, you can create a unique and memorable logo. Choose a logo that reflects the company culture. The font and colors are also symbolic. Color is incredibly powerful. Many colors trigger different emotions. Do some research about color theory before choosing your colors. Color improves brand recognition, so you will want to make your colors different from the competition's. Consistently use the colors and fonts you choose throughout everything you create, thus developing the visual components of your brand. So let's go over what we covered. As a full-service digital marketing agency, Hureka Technologies follows a 20-step strategy for achieving success with digital marketing. The first step of which is to define your brand. As part of a 3-part series, we discussed what is branding, why branding, and how to build a brand. During our time together here, we discussed the 3 parts of how to define a brand. First, you should distinguish who your customer is by defining customer segments and personas. And then you develop your brand voice and story to speak to your customer in a way that resonates with your values and resonates with your audience. Finally, you can create a logo and decide your brand colors while thinking of color theory and how different colors provoke different emotions. Screenshot this slide to remember later in case you didn't feel like taking notes. Now let's put it all together. Using your voice and your story in conjunction with your customer persona, write 1 line in the comments to describe your business's values and the problems it solves. Remember, whose problem you are solving is just as important as what problem you solve. Now you understand how to build a brand for your business. Turn on your notifications to be notified when we post a new video explaining exactly how to develop a digital marketing strategy for your business. Our next step will be defining products and services. Is it finally time to bring your brand to the digital world? Start your journey with Hureka Technologies, a full-service digital marketing agency specializing in enabling brands to attract, engage, and convert more prospects to customers. Gain access to our team of specialists and watch your business grow using a digital marketing strategy that is better, faster, and economic. Click here to learn what it means to brand your business or here to learn why branding is important. Our mission is to offer you everything you need to know, whether you are a beginner or advanced entrepreneur, about what digital marketing means for your business. If this has clarified things and inspired you to learn more, subscribe to our YouTube channel and we'll see you soon.